guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Optibottoms coming with another video review. And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at some more really fun items exclusively available at Disneyland's Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. That being both the Jedi as well as the Sith Holocron, which you can find at dok-ondars Den of Antiquities. Now, if you're a Star Wars fan, you know what Holocrons are. Basically, they are receptacles of basically knowledge. The Jedi and Sith both have them. And depending on which one you get, they'll tell you some stories and some information about the Jedi as well as the Sith. Now, starting off first, when you do get them, you get these really nice little bags. You can see Black Spire Outpost. It is a kind of rubbery material of sorts. I was gonna say that it's kind of silky feeling, but it's just maybe like a faux leather, but it is kind of stretchy. If you get a Jedi one, you'll be given a bag with a blue strap. If you get the Sith one, you get one with a red strap. Basically, they're the exact same, you just get a different strap with it. You open it up, and on the inside here, well, that's supposed to go there, you get the instructions. You can see this one says Jedi Holocron. You can see how to activate, which is weird because it's got like the Sith information there on that side. It's got the Jedi one on that side, but whatever. Tells you how to activate it, how to recharge the battery, which is where this comes into play. You don't have a way to access the battery on here, but you do have a USB cable that is included that come around here to the bottom side here, and you literally just plug that in there, and it will recharge the battery. You have that for both the Jedi as well as the Sith one. So you get all the stuff that you really basically need to keep this guy going. One thing that I'm not sure of, obviously you're using power with it, so you're probably getting an idea that there's some kind of an effect with this. I'm not certain if you can leave it on perpetually if you have it plugged in. I would imagine you could as a way to just kind of recharge the battery, so I don't think it really matters that much, but that's a cool little addition to us. So you do have those. Now, I also have out here a collection of my Kyber Crystals, because those can also be used in conjunction with these. As they tell the various stories and things like that. You got different sounds and everything, but you can expand upon it if you have those Kyber Crystals that either you got when you did the custom lightsaber build at Savi's workshop, or if you bought them at dok-ondars, those can also be used with these. Now, as of this recording, they are all sold out of these ones where they come in the case. You can see this is a blue one, says Kyber Crystal, warning, all that kind of stuff. All of the crystals are sold out, which is very unfortunate because there's a few that I didn't get. But if you do buy one of these, you are given the option to buy Kyber Crystals, but without this case. You'll just be given a Kyber Crystal loose like this, and you can only choose between a red or a blue one. It doesn't matter which one. Like if you bought this, you could get this crystal if you really wanted. One thing that is also interesting to note, my understanding is that there are several different red crystals that, depending on the one that you get, and I think maybe even that's true with the other ones, but the different shapes kind of give a different sort of sound apparently. Whether or not that's accurate or not, like for example, one will be, and I'll show this off later on, either Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious, or Darth Vader. So, I don't know if that's accurate, but just be aware that might be a thing. They might have extra crystals, who knows. But before even using these, I'm going to set these off to the side. So yeah, I mean, these are the ones that I've gotten. I got the blue one, or no, I'm sorry, the green one when I bought my lightsaber. So I always had that one. My girlfriend went in and she got me the purple one. I went back, bought a blue one, and then needed a red one, so when I bought the Holocrons, I picked up a red one. So now I have all four of the main ones. There are a couple other ones. There's a white one, a yellow one, and even a black one. The black one is ultra rare, and it doesn't come in a color coordinated sort of case, so you have no idea which one it is. It comes in a red case, and there is a little trick where you can hold this up to the light and you can kind of see through it. And if you have a black one in there, when you're holding your flashlight up to it, you can kind of see that it doesn't bleed through, so you know that it's not the right color, so you know that it's kind of black. But those three are kind of the ones that everybody really wants to get, so those sell out really fast. The black one, like I said, it's a mystery bag type of thing, so people are kind of being, I'll just say it, assholes, because they're going through and they're trying to find these to sell the black one, I should say, for like $400 or $500, which, if you're doing that, that's what I have to say to you, because it really does aggravate me, because I would love to get one myself. I know a lot of people would love to get them. I have heard a story of a little boy that was going through doing the little light trick to try to find one to buy, and a guy went in there and just randomly grabbed a case off of the shelf, and he found a black one. Now, granted, the kid probably just wanted it. The guy was probably buying it to resell. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I mean, I know a lot of people are doing that. I see it on Facebook Marketplace. I see it on eBay. It's crappy that people do that, and it takes away from the fun of it. So don't do that. I'm not going to stop you if I say it, because if you find one for like $15, you want to turn around and sell it for $400, you're going to do it anyhow. But just know that you're a douche. So that's all there is to it. You're a douche that has $400 more than I do. So whatever, but I mean, it's still not a cool thing to do. But I have these out here because you can also use those. Like I said, those are originally meant to be used with the lightsaber, but you can use them with the holocrons. Taking a look first at the Jedi one, you can see it's got a really nice blue and gold coloring on here. The blue is semi-translucent to allow some light to kind of bleed through there. As I showed you, you do have the power-up section right down here. The speaker is also down here at the bottom. So let's get this activated. You do it by turning. It doesn't really matter which one you turn, because you turn one, it turns all of them, and then you turn this one, and then you hear the lights and sounds. Now, I don't know how well that's going. You can kind of see that it lights up. So you hear it activating. Hopefully, yeah, you can kind of see that pretty good. Now, you hear it humming. A Jedi would take this, hold it in their hand, and then activate it to hear various things. You can activate it by putting your finger here, and on the opposite side there. And then...
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen, with the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place.
And then you can see it powers back up again. And then again, you just put your finger on there. It's touch sensitive, so you don't actually have to push. It just, if you complete that circuit of sorts, you get more.
This message is a warning and a reminder for any surviving Jedi. Trust in the Force. Do not return to the temple. That time has passed, and our future is uncertain.
Absolutely fantastic. Now, you can hear the voice. It sort of sounds like young Obi-Wan, but I don't think any of these voices are actually the actual voice actors.
We will each be challenged. Our trust, our faith, our friendships. But we must persevere, and in time, a new hope will emerge. May the Force be with you, always.
So really very cool. And now, that's just if you bought it as is. As I said, you can use it with these. I'll just touch on that here in a bit. But let's take a look at the Sith Holocron. Now, obviously, well, here, this is just going to keep going on and on, so I'm just going to turn you off, and then you kind of get a power down effect. Now, this one is really cool. You got a lot of extra detail sculpted in, or what kind? Yeah, it's kind of sculpted in there. You can see this is in the shape of like a pyramid of sorts. Again, you have the speaker down here in the bottom. The charging section is on the side of it, so that kind of is cool. But you activate this one by turning, again, either one of these points, but when you do it, Obviously, it's a different sound, but you can see that it does light up. It's a little bit easier to turn my lights off, but you can see how it lights up nice and red. I kind of wish that this top, you can't see me, but the top pyramid lit up. I wish it did that. But again, you got the buttons here and here, so just putting your finger on it. Get it in the right spot.
We are Sith.
I love that. It sounds so evil. I don't know who it is, what it is, but it sounds amazing.
Do you know who I am?
No, I don't. Who are you?
The Sith killed each other, victims of their own greed. But from the ashes of destruction, I was the last survivor. I chose to pass my knowledge on to only one. I created a legacy so resilient that now you come before me. Have you come to be my apprentice?
Again, I have no idea who that is.
We are Sith.
And then again, you turn this section. This is the part here that I was saying that I wish lit up. So turn that off. It rotates these back around, not fully all the time, just kind of straighten that out, and you got a nice pyramid again. Now, these can, like I said, be used with the Kyber Crystals. And what's really cool is it changes basically everything. So let's take this one. Obviously, a Kyber Crystal, which has a side of the Force that it's kind of affiliated on, is going to have different things. So you open this, you got a compartment right here, and you can see a little hole. You take the red Kyber Crystal, I'm going to put it in the blue one, don't worry, and then you close that up just like so. Then when you turn it on, you still get the same kind of light up effect. Obviously, you can kind of get an idea because I had that before. But again, you just put your finger on those two little spots.
Peace comes from order, and order comes from power. The weakness of the Jedi left the galaxy in chaos. The strength of the Sith will tame it.
So now you hear that it's Darth Vader that's talking to you as opposed to that Sith, which is amazing. So as you get other crystals, you can put it in there and get more of the story of the Sith or the Jedi.
Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Passion gives you strength. Strength gives you victory. And victory breaks your chains and sets you free.
And again, you can kind of see it sort of sounds like Darth Vader, but not entirely.
All is possible for the one who commands the Force. The ancient Sith Masters learned how to create life and stop death. Are you strong enough to learn their secrets?
You can hear his breathing in the background. So we're going to turn this one off. We're going to open this. Now, like I said, you can use that in this as well. So this, obviously being a Jedi Holocron, is going to have a different sort of reaction, you would imagine, right? Because you're putting a crystal that's kind of attuned to the dark side into a Jedi Holocron. So putting that in there. Now, doing this, I'm going to close it in there. Now, you remember, it lit up blue last time. You activate it. This time, it changes it and now makes it light up red, which is absolutely incredible. And you can hear the sounds like it's kind of fighting what's inside of it. And then again, you activate the sounds and...
Careful you must be when sensing the future. The fear of loss is a path to the dark side.
So you have Yoda actually now talking to you. So when it was inside the Sith one, it was Darth Vader. Now that it's in the Jedi one, it's Yoda kind of sensing that there's something not quite right.
If once you start down the dark path, forever will dominate your destiny, consume you at will, as it did Obi-Wan's apprentice.
So...
Adventure. Hey, sacred. Hey, Jedi craves not these things. You are reckless.
So you can see that it changes the kind of play pattern with this, which is amazing. I absolutely love that. Now, this is the only really Sith crystal that we have. Let's take the blue crystal. Obviously, that's going to keep the color the same because it lit up blue before. So putting that in there, activating it. Again, you turn that. And again, it turns, you can kind of see the blue light coming through there. A little bit more easy of a time powering up. And then you push your fingers on those spots. And now,
Just breathe. Reach out with your feelings. What do you see?
it sounds like Luke Skywalker. I don't know if it's actually Mark Hamill, but that's what the sound is.
Not be the last Jedi.
This one is the one that sounds closest to the actual voice actor.
This is the lesson. That force does not belong to the Jedi. To say that if the Jedi die, the light dies is vanity. Can you feel that?
So again, terrific. Turning this off. Let's take this out now, though. We have Luke Skywalker, but what happens when you put it in a Sith Holocron? Put that in like so, lock it in, and then let's activate it by turning the switch. And you can see that it turns this Sith Holocron blue. Again, let's hear what the sounds now have.
Good.
Oh.
I can feel your anger.
Now that sounds like Darth Sidious.
If you will not be turned, you will be destroyed. My young Jedi, you will find that it is you who are mistaken about a great many things.
I mean, I love it. It's so wicked cool.
I can feel your anger.
So again, let's turn that off. Let's get this one out of here. So that was the blue one. You could hear how it sounded in both of them. Let's go with the green crystal. Now, this will probably, if I remember right, changes the color. Activating that, one side, two sides. Oh no, that still keeps it blue because obviously it's a light side crystal. But putting the fingers on there, now we hear...
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both...
Oh, that... Maybe that didn't do what it was supposed to. Because I don't think it's supposed to be Obi-Wan again. Maybe it's supposed to be. Let's see. Alright, come on. No, why is that turning off? I have heard rumor of some issues with some of these. I don't think I necessarily had it, but now it's...
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen. With the
That's strange. I feel like that should have done something different. So let's try taking that out. I'm going to put this in the Sith one. Lock that in. Turn that on. And see. Oh, see, here we go. Green, which looks absolutely gorgeous. That's really cool. So let's push this button here.
I'm looking forward to completing your training.
So you have Darth Sidious again.
You will call me Master. If you will not be turned, you will be destroyed.
So again, you get that different play pattern with like the colors and stuff. One last one to go through, and that is obviously the purple crystal with Mace Windu. I'm going to set that there. Let's try that in this guy, and let's activate this. There we go. That changes it. That's really hard to see, but it is actually purple. It's not blue anymore. And then you get should get a new voice with it.
Even a moment can be an eternity in the Force. Center yourself, quiet your mind, and you will hear the Force's will.
I don't know if that's supposed to be Mace Windu's voice or what, but it's a different voice.
The Force always has a plan, but it doesn't always reveal that plan on a Jedi schedule.
That's true.
In negotiating, silence can work better than a speech. But silence is more effective when it comes with a stern look and a lightsaber.
So, very much like Samuel L. Jackson. So let's take that out, and then you can see goes to blue. I don't know how well that actually turned out, or how well you will be able to see it. But let's put that now in the Sith Holocron itself. And let's turn that switch on. And again, it's hard to see, but it is purple. Well, you can kind of see it a little bit more on there because it blends in with the red. But turning on that, let's turn this guy off. Turn that off. Okay, so let's hear this.
Give in to your anger. With each passing moment, you make yourself more my servant.
So again, it's Darth Sidious talking to you.
It is unavoidable. It is your destiny. You are now mine.
Now that's not all the fun that you can do with these. You don't necessarily, as I showed, need to have Kyber Crystals to be able to enjoy these. It just adds to the enjoyment of it, which I think is amazing. But one thing that's really cool is that, as I said, this is the Jedi, or light side of the Force, Holocron. This is the Sith, or dark side. You got two extremes, basically. These are not necessary for this, but what you can do is take this, turn this on, just like so, get it to activate. Now let's turn the lights off. And you can take the Sith Holocron and turn that on. Now, you have these two amazing pieces. Again, light side and the dark side. If you take these and line them up just right, and put the bottom of the Sith in proximity to the top of the Jedi, this is what you get. Now again, taking it away, you can see the color on it. You got the red of the Sith. You got the blue of the Jedi. You put them together, and it creates purple. It's a little bit easier to see the purple on the Sith one, but you just put that on the top just to kind of illustrate that. And then if you hit those buttons, oh, I'm dropping things. If you, let's see, get that back on. Here we go. Then put those like that. If you still hit those buttons, it doesn't matter which one you hit. You can hit the Sith one or the Jedi one, but if you hold down those buttons...
Jedi and Sith wield the Ashlar and Bogan, the light and the dark. I'm the one in the middle, the Bendu.
So you can see you have a balance of the two, which is amazing.
I take no side. I am beyond your worrying at wars. I am unseen, unknowable, like a rock in the river. If two such powerful sources of knowledge are united, they will grant a clarity of vision beyond your kind. When joined, any secret, wisdom, or destiny can be seen through the Force. One could bring much chaos with such hidden truths.
So it's amazing that they incorporate that. And I feel like that's, I want to say that I've heard about that in terms of Star Wars canon, that when you bring the two together, it can create something like this. Again, I don't know how good the light up thing is here, but one final...
The conflict becomes clear. I am helping you. You believe that, but you must learn to see things differently now. But I can teach you to see, if you're willing.
And I think that's it. I think there's only 3 sound or voice clips.
Temptation of power.
Oh, 4.
Forbidden knowledge. Even the desire to do good can lead some down that path. But only you can change yourself.
And then again, you take them and split them apart, and they go back to normal. You do have to line up, like I said, the top section here of the Jedi one and the bottom section of the Sith. But you can see, you can do it from a fairly good distance. I mean, just kind of angling things, and again, see, there it goes, and then that's about a foot separation. But that's cool that you have that also play factor. These are absolutely terrific. They really are. I think that as a Star Wars fan, a lot of people are going to love these. Like I said, it's just an added sort of play thing that you can have if you're a fan of the franchise. And then you can also expand upon that with the different crystals that you can also get that work with the lightsabers. So I think it's amazing. I think that these are great pieces. They are a little bit expensive. They're $50 each, and like I said, I'm going to turn the sounds off on these because they are kind of loud. So there we go. So they're $50 each. I don't feel that that's all that bad considering what they can do. They are made out of plastic, but I feel like they're real good quality still. They look good. They're very simple, as they kind of should be, but the kind of interactivity is where I feel the price increases. I definitely think that these are worth it more than that Kyber Crystal thing that I bought before that I did a video on. And I love the fact that you can use these with other crystals, and I love how it changes the play pattern with them depending on the crystal that you put in there. As I said, unfortunately right now the only way that you can get any crystals to use with these are if you buy them. But if you do buy them, you can choose between the red and the blue, at least for now, until the rest of them come into stock. So I'm really curious to see what the white and the yellow ones would do with these. I think that that would really add some extra play value and make you want to get more stuff. I mean, Disneyland is good at doing things that make you want to buy other things. So you get that lightsaber, you get a crystal with it, and oh, by the way, you can use it with a holocron. That's another $50. So hey, more play features, which is amazing. Now, as I said, as far as I know, these are only available at the Black Spire Outpost here at Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland here in Anaheim, California. They are building a Galaxy's Edge at Walt Disney World. I would imagine they would have these as well. So those are probably the only two places that you can get them outside of going on eBay and buying them from someone who's probably picking these up for $50. And honestly, probably even less than that because you can use your annual pass discount and then turn it around and selling them for like $100, which is lame. So, I mean, don't pay those scalper prices if you want to get these. You might be able to find somebody who's nice enough just to go there and pick them up for you. Maybe offer them some like gas money or something like that. Who knows? I mean, it's worth it at that price. If you're a super fan, maybe you'll want to pay more, but I'm extremely fortunate that Disneyland is just basically down the street from me, so I'm able to get these. But I think they're worth it. I do at that price. They are absolutely fantastic and really very, very fun. And like I said, it's made me now want to go and get those other crystals to kind of play in here. I have heard that the black crystal does give different sounds than just this guy, so who knows? But if you're looking for these guys, you know where to go. You got my review, you got my opinion, hopefully it helps out. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate you showing me your support simply by hitting that little thumbs up button. That one very small gesture that takes like half a second to do really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. I'd also like to send a huge thank you if you made it all the way to the end of this review. Another way that you can really help support my channel is making sure that you watch a video all the way through. And if you did that, thank you. Also, I'd like to send a huge shout out to all of my patrons who, through their continued support, now more than ever help to make reviews like this possible. And if you'd like to be one of those people that help support my channel, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/optibotimus. And finally, remember, grow wise, grow strong, but never grow up. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.